What's up, Dan? Is it pizza time for you? Good water. Solid water. I can appreciate that. Where's the playlist I'm looking for? I have too many playlists. There we go. Relaxing massage. No sense of time anymore. Was today your first day back at school, or is that tomorrow? Insert Jameson laugh emote. There you go. How you doing, Angel? Doing good. Can't complain. Actually, could I complain? Maybe. But I won't complain. Yet. Later. Yes. Good. What you been up to? Next week is your first day of school? Okay. That's good. No complaints indeed. I was going to make a comment about MLB The Show, but I've beat that dead horse enough times. Although I did just look up the price of MLB The Show again, and it's still like $50. So no thanks. Mass communications? Okay. Are you in your final year of college? Does mass communication help with like streaming? Bro's been playing Tower Wash Simulator for 5 hours now. Is that what it says? I wonder what he's going to play on stream. Not even close? Oh, dang. How far are you? Hi, Jackie. Are you doing F1 Manager Club today? That was funny that everybody's things got moved to Thursday last week, including mine. It was like you, Diablo, and I think Matt. Well, Matt always has Wednesdays off, works for Thursdays, but that was kind of funny. I had an exam today, which I passed, thankfully, because it was like 2.5 hours long. 2 hours and 45 minutes. So, thankfully, I don't have to redo it because that would have been sad. Where there are dudes, there is food. And where there are dudes and food, there is dude food. And where there is dude food, there am I. We need to get that inscribed somewhere. How you doing, Greg? What's new with you? I was supposed to be done with community college. However, I'm not in a rush to get it done valid. We are big chillin'. Let's see. Is Spotify actually playing? I think a new song just started. It says it is very faint in the background. It's just a relaxing massage music, but it's there. Apparently, you have New York City traffic to thank. How so? I was in New York 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Something like that. I'll be back there in a month. Unless you're living in New York now, Jackie. Oh, I see what's happening. I'm not sure I do yet. Jackie has not connected the dots for me. I changed my CPU so my computer is 4 hours ahead. Did you actually think I've been playing Power Wash Simulator for the last 5 hours? No, I got home like 1 hour ago. 4 hours 50 ahead. What the heck? Was it so you could like play a game early or something? Originally planned to write down the first sentence, but then I just had to go philosopher poet. It works. Maybe you have a whole what's the word? The thing that Odyssey is. The Odyssey. I forget. Maybe you have a whole book series in your future. Jackie's not connecting the dots for me. My brain needs dots connected. Because it's not going to connect them for me. Odyssey. Like the Odyssey. What is the Odyssey considered? I gotta look this up. An epic? I don't think that's the word I was thinking of. The Odyssey is a poem, no? Hi, Diablo. How's the married life? Is good. My wife got me a pizza today from halfway across the country, so that was nice. I'll say it's paying off. There's like a word to describe like what the Odyssey was, right? I don't remember. Maybe it was an epic. Yes, it was a poem to say yes. But there was like a type of thing it was. I don't know. I hated it because my teacher would make us go through the Odyssey and annotate 15 to 20 times per chapter and take like describe the sounds of words that were being used. And the Odyssey was not written in English, correct? Original language. It was like written in Greek, right? Homeric Greek. Did he invent that style of Greek? But he would make us like describe the sounds and how they played into what was happening in the story. And I'm like, this was not even the language that he wrote it in, so it doesn't count. 4 times platinum? What you got going on, Kyle? 4 times platinum to Spider-Man 2 last night? What the heck? How did you go from no time to play any games to, I think the last time we talked, I don't think you'd even played Spider-Man 2 yet, to having platinumed it 4 times? I'm still upset about that. Imagine reading the assigned books. He made us write annotations. We got graded based off the annotations, Dan. So you had to read it. It wasn't streamed and I wasn't invited, so does it count? Yes. I just got called a tennis racket in ranked. Gotta accepting friend requests. I'm so out of the loop. Is that a thing now? Is calling people tennis racket a thing? NYC traffic means the game host isn't on, so I'm stuck here now. Gotcha. Jaron Duran word? Is that what he got banned for? Indiana Jones coming to PS5? Is that a new game? I haven't heard of it. Let me look it up. Not as much time, but I carved out time during off days and some nights. Let's go. But I'm curious how it all went to Spider-Man. Was it that good? Or was it like, I'm so familiar with Spider-Man, I don't feel like playing another game and like learning another game? Oh, it's what they said to Jaron Duran. What the heck? Indiana Jones PS5. The Great Circle. I feel like I did hear about that. It's coming to PS5 after its Xbox and PC release. Cool. I was just thinking yesterday, I haven't turned on my PlayStation in like 3 months probably. Any games I'm playing now, it's on PC. Finally committed. You need a tennis racket. I see. I did hear about him getting suspended for a couple games. Did you get Black Myth Wukong? No. I'm looking at pictures for it right now. This looks like a dark version of what was that game? Kena Bridge of Spirits or something. That's my first reaction. That was cool. I don't know too much about it. So mad college football isn't on PC. Yeah. Feels weird like they marketed the Xbox exclusive so hard. Yeah, I mean, after Xbox bought everybody, like they bought all these studios and then they shut down half of them and then like didn't make any exclusives in the meantime. So it was just really funky. But Xbox is just so much smaller that they probably in the end were probably like, oh, we're going to lose a ton of money. Because what happens usually is like the developers do not care whatsoever about it being a, what's it called? An exclusive. So then like the publisher or whoever's in charge of it being an exclusive is like all about it. And then at the end, the whole time, the developers are pushing for it to be everywhere. And finally, they probably came to their senses. Want to restart every game I play after throwing 10 picks. MLB The Show is still $50. I went to go check before the stream. And I was like, nah. I'm going to do just chatting for a little while. I don't have any games I like really want to play. I have Power Wash Sim open. I might play chess, or I might play tennis, or I might play Overwatch after that. But we're big chilling today. I'm just here to hang. Every Xbox game on PC too. I feel like Xbox exclusive is not a thing, and this rate I'm thinking there will soon be a time where Xbox won't be a thing anymore either. 100% agree with the first part, and that's how I felt about when I had my Xbox. It was like, I wish I could just play all these games. The only reason I had it was because was MLB The Show, and it looks like the input's better on there. But every other game, it was like, I would just rather play this on my PC. So you thinking about MLB? I was getting it. I did a couple practice swings. You know how you're walking down the hallway and then you just stop to take a couple practice swings. So I was doing that, and I was like, you know what? I feel like swinging a baseball bat. Do I want to spend $50 on a game I'm going to hate in order to swing a baseball bat? Nah. Now going on PlayStation? Yeah, that's probably going to happen too. The second part, soon time when Xbox won't be a thing. Sorry, I always forget my camera like cuts off there. Xbox not being a thing. I don't think so. I think it has its segment. Because I'm pretty sure there's way more console players in general than PC players. Although PC is getting way more popular. A lot cheaper entry-level systems you can buy, but they're still not as convenient as an Xbox. And with gaming becoming more popular, just overall, you can have a lot more of both. But the fact that like I don't want to say top-notch because like an Xbox S is not actually top-notch, but the fact that you can get into like current gaming, let me put it this way, like if you want to play online, you're gonna have to be on like the newest console pretty much to have a good online experience. And the fact that you can do that with a $250 console, I think is gonna keep Xbox around for a while. We want chat franchise. If you guys all email SDS and have them send me a free copy of MLB The Show, I will do chat franchise. How often will I do chat franchise? Will I do chat franchise off stream only? Maybe. That was such a bummer, dude. Like, we had such cool stuff going on with the chat franchise, and then like, yeah, no, we're not gonna do year-to-year saves anymore. And then I don't even remember what else happened. Oh, the like stadiums didn't work. It was so dumb. Dude, I'll buy you the show if you chat franchise again. I'm streaming for 2 hours a week, guys. I don't know if it's physically possible. Diablo literally bribing. Chat franchise isn't rigged. It's time for the return of MV All right, when MLB The Show gets under $30, Diablo, we'll talk about it. Don't spend 50 on it. He's rigging it again. He's gonna get me a rigged copy. He's gonna hack the copy so that his player always wins. It's all set up in 19 and you're not playing the new game, so does it matter? It's a valid question, but yes. Because it was so buggy already. And I would want to start from scratch because I'd want to simplify it. I'd want to do something a little bit more simple. Especially since we don't have the same like audience for it as we used to. Although maybe chat franchise would bring people back anyway. But I'd want to do something more simple. And restart. Could be fun though. We'll see. But it's been fun to stream games that I just want to play rather than, because before I was really trying to like do the whole Twitch thing, you know? Now it's just like I'm hanging with the homies. And I don't really care if I think we've had maybe like 2 new followers since I started streaming again, like what, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. I'm pretty sure we've had like 2 new followers this year. And so like, I don't mind that at all. We're just hanging with the group, you know? Burgermeister Laddie, was that his name? Burgermeister? Yeah. I made the Dude Food Homie circle. Houston Buttstros. That was a good time. That's probably what we would do again, Dan. I would probably put everybody on like maybe 2 teams and have them duke it out, and then like if the rosters expand, like if more people join in again, then we would spread out the teams a little bit more. I kind of liked how we did that though. There were like a couple that were what, like 6 teams or something like that, and then over time they could expand. That was kind of cool. The Dude Food no sells. I'm just sad that Eloy is no longer washed in Chicago. Yeah. He's doing pretty good with the Orioles, right? Let's see what he's doing in the last few weeks. Recent games. What does it say he's batting .313 regular season? Is that just with the Orioles? He has no home runs with the Orioles. Or maybe the last 10 days. I don't know. I was a captain. But Eloy is still washed, indeed. Dang it, Dan. I blame Dan. What was I looking for? Oh, Eloy. He's a -5 WAR this year, but with Orioles only, he's batting .341. So, in the 15 games that he switched from the White Sox to the Orioles, he increased his batting average by 100 points. And his OPS plus went from 82 to 127. That's fun. -5, minus 0.5. I don't know if I said -5, but minus 0.5 was actually what he was doing. But for a while, like, Andrew Benintendi was doing something crazy like that. The White Sox, like, team stat is, like, hilarious. It's something like all the players, like, average negative WAR or something. It's not on this list. Where is it? There's like 3 players on the team that are above average. None of the hitters have an OPS over 100. The only one was Tommy Pham, who was a 101, and Yoan, who's been injured the whole season. Galvis living his best life is in Mexico, so we could take a group trip down. I just see his highlights on Inside You, actually. Does he have, like, sick highlight reels, or is it just, like, random highlights? Yep, the White Sox. Where is Luis Robert on this list? He is 90. He's not even, like, top 5 White Sox hitter this year. It's so sad. The only person who has over a 700 OPS was Paul DeJong and also Tommy Pham, neither of which are on the team anymore. And then pitching-wise, it's Garrett Crochet. Eric Fetty had a good season. He got traded. And also the White Sox got, like, nothing for their trades. I don't think I looked too closely at it, but that's how I felt about it. Tanner Banks, who got traded, was above average. Davis Martin's doing okay, and Kyle Busch is doing okay. Kyle Busch was the one pitching when I went to watch the game, I believe. The White Sox game. Where they demolished the Yankees because the White Sox come to play. It's his own account that he'll post to you. Okay. That's fun. Yeah, it looks like I'm not moving out anytime soon. Still within the next year, but it looks like it's not imminent. Still going to be a minute. So, that means my commute's still going to be pretty far, and my stream schedule is likely not to increase at the moment. If I had been moving out, then I could have considered it, but I don't think that's the play right now. Aaron Judge has 47 homers and at least a 220 WRC plus. What is life? And then Juan Soto hits in front of him. Isn't that crazy? I think Juan Soto just tied his career high of like 35 homers. Those guys combined, like, those guys have like 450 on base percentages. They're crazy. Are the Olympics over? Summer Olympics 2024. United States with 125 medals. Tied with China for 40 gold medals. August 11th it finished. Wow. 10 days ago. When I was younger, that was like the most hype thing was the Olympics, and it would always be at like a time where we were traveling and then like all the family was together and we're all watching it, like relatives. I need that hype back. Let me switch to Power Wash Sim. I picked Power Wash Sim because I can still chat while playing Power Wash Sim. Unlike Overwatch, because Overwatch I have to like lock in. Power Wash I can at least like look at chat. Here we go. I love for the longest time people had to use the total medal count of Americans can feel good about themselves. So Americans can feel good about themselves. But now we're legit. Now we are okay. Alright, Power Wash Sim for some reason does not take up the whole screen. That's because it doesn't take up the whole screen. And let me change this. Okay, let's ride. Basketball was unreal. Felt like a movie. Yeah, I was at least following like the I have to buy this. I was at least following that stuff. Okay, it's free, I think. The basketball highlights and stuff. Looks like it's a cruise ship pack. If anybody wants to join in on this, feel free, by the way. I forget how the online play works. Co-op hosting is available once the job is started. So. All right, it's here. Well, let's do it. Santa's Workshop, yup. I think that's an old one. I can't remember if I've done it already or not. But it looks like I'm in between the crews right here. That's interesting. Stubby gun. Long extension. We do have some cleaning liquids available. I'll save those for a little bit until I figure out what the heck I'm doing in this one. I saw a clip of someone playing Power Wash Sim, and they were still moving like this, and I felt a little bit bad. Because the real game changer is when you can stand in one place and just strike it. Shaft franchise player had that in 2 months. Yeah. Aaron Judge could never. JJ Bleday, however, every time I think about every time I see JJ Bleday's name, his only relevance is like that crazy, what was it, like a series or something that he had in Chat franchise? Was he on your team, Dan? Or was he like playing against you or something? I think he like made like a World Series saving catch or something. This game is unplayable because of stick drift. PC for the win. If your mouse has stick drift, you have bigger problems. Every single one of these jobs, my question is the same. How did it get so dirty? I forget if they answered that question in the like story mode, because they had some fun stuff at the end of story mode. They had some lore dropping moments. This is true, but so what? Judge is getting topping upgrades on the down low. Honestly, probably true. Is it from me? Who could say? If I could remember what were they called? Biogenics? The Ryan Braun dude? If I could remember his name, I would make a joke about it. But I can't remember his name. I don't think it's Biogenics. I think I'm thinking of Frank Thomas's Nugenics. I think it's just a testosterone supplement or something. Maybe with a little bit of roids baked in, just a little bit. Forgot this game is 1-to-1 and actually takes forever. I will say at least it's faster than IRL power washing, because I've done that a little bit. It is not quite zippy. Performance enhancing donuts? Yes. A little bit of donuts, a little bit of toppings. Oh yeah, the toppings were just the channel points, right? What else is new that you guys have been playing? Usually when I go on Twitch now, it's just everybody's playing NCAA. I've heard people have been having a pretty good time with that. I don't think any new shooters have really dropped since like X Defiant. There was one I just heard of. What was I? Oh, well, I think the Marvel Rivals game finally dropped. Or it's coming out very soon. COD 6 is in November? Is that going to be free to play? I think the only free to play COD games are like the BRs, right? A little beach ball. Hey there. COD is 70, beta is free. What was that called? Tipping bucket? These should be able to rotate. Fake news. Little mushroom guy. Did I bounce off something? You saw me bounce off something, right? Wait, when did you get 12k in the game? I don't know. Probably a long time ago. Because it's cumulative. That's just how much I have in my bank. Successful power wash entrepreneur right here. Did I get all the tipping buckets? Okay, I think I got them all now. I just gotta get this post. I'll never have to look at them again. Oh yeah, so I had this exam today. It was like level 2 for my certifications out of 4. But the next level is going to be in like 7 years. Or sorry, 3 years, and then the final one's in 7 years. Anyway, I had to reschedule this one like 5 times. Because it was like my old job paid for it. And I was like, well, I don't want them to pay for it if I'm leaving. So then I pushed it off, and then like I had to reschedule a couple times because the new job I was like busy with it. So finally I took it today, but I only studied for like a couple hours this week because it's like open book. So I had no idea how I was going to do. And then my boss gave me like a couple of tips on how like she did hers, and it like really helped. So I tried it for the first half of the test, and then I realized her method only works if I like know stuff. And I didn't know anything. I needed to look it all up, and it's open books, so it's fine. But because I didn't know anything, her method like only really slowed me down. It didn't like give me an advantage. So I figured that out like halfway through the test. And I was like, okay, I need to switch up right now. And I passed, but I think it came down to the wire. Like you have to get a 70% or higher to pass, and I'm pretty sure I was very close to 70%. Alan, not taking advantage of your old job. Yeah. I could have. But it's okay. My new job paid for it, so it's fine. I paid cash. I paid my old job back, and then my new job should be reimbursing me for it. Unless 90 gets you raised. Nah, it's like pass fail. I don't think they even show a grade for it. But they take forever to get you the scores back, so we'll see what happens. And I'm trying to get work from home. Like my job said after 6 months, they'll let me be hybrid. But also, they had like certain metrics that they wanted me to hit in like the next 6 months. And I'm pretty sure by like next week I will have hit them already. So I was like, yo, let me work from home. I'm like, yeah, we'll think about it. But my boss at least seems on board. I think they have to just clear a few things with some other people. So hopefully I'll be getting a hybrid schedule soon as well, which will help. Then maybe I can do some more streaming. Well, hopefully more gaming and then some more streaming. No promises, though. Hybrid means more gaming? Exactly. Then I can game during lunch. Whoa. I feel like I have, like, a jetpack on in this game. Means more wifey time, but we can dream. Too bad my wife lives halfway across the country right now. Actually, the time that we get the most for each other is, like, while I'm driving home right now. Because then she'll be working, too, when the school semester starts. So, you know, more gaming. Woo. Did I tell you I showed her the meme you sent me, Diablo? She's like, yeah, that's accurate. Cross country is rough. Yeah. We've already made plans for like 3 more trips in the next 2 months. So, on top of not being able to see each other that much, we also have to pay a lot of money to do it. She approved. Teachers haven't finished their recommendations, so L teachers, really? I feel like our teachers were like pretty good about getting them done, like pretty snappy. So I don't know. Maybe they're just really writing a nice, long, thorough recommendation for you, Dan. That would be my guess. Is that they are so unable to capture everything that they want to in 650 words that it's just taking them much longer than they anticipated. I wouldn't sweat it. That's crazy. Dan has to do college applications. He's only 12 years old. Unreal. Actually, I think there was somebody... There's always a story every year of like some 12-year-old starting college. I brought my teacher McDonald's nuggets every Thursday because she saw me eating them once, and she had one and wanted more. You literally brought it every Thursday. You're saying that teacher didn't write you a good review yet? Brownie points doing wonders. McNuggies points. Yeah, if you bring someone McNuggets every week and then don't get the review done on time, that's a little sus. Good lunch than math. You guys get to like go to McDonald's during lunch? In our high school, we had to stay on campus the whole time. It was always like at the end of the year, someone would order delivery, but that was it. Other than that, you were eating from the cafeteria. Our cafeteria was decent, at least. And pretty cheap. Your quesadillas for like $2. Power of a car and going fast. You Loki still failed. Maybe the teacher will make you repeat the class because they know if you have to take the class with them again, you'll get more free nuggies. Made you sick quite often? Yeah, valid. I understand that not every school had decent food, so very fair. And I'm glad at least when there is bad food, the school can acknowledge it and let you get your own food. Well, I guess you can always bring food from home, but getting the chance to go off campus and get food is helpful too. On to calculus now. You failed the class and went to calculus anyway? GG's. Very GG's. Let's see, we're at 30%. Failed the last 3 tests. And in the final pre-calc, had mid-90s all year till then. Oh my, that sounds like something I would do. I would always start out every class really strong. Then by the end of it, it was like, did you even show up? And the answer was usually no, especially in college. But I just thought the classes were like too long. Classes that were only like 2 months, I was fine with. A 4-month cycle, though, just did not work for me. That's how they get you, though. My mom found out I was going to McDonald's, and apparently it's unhealthy. Who would have thought? Although Super Size Me is getting a lot of backlash lately. Well, maybe it's not as unhealthy as we all thought growing up. There we go. Ding ding. My boy. You do nothing the first 2 classes, so you stay in. That's funny. Because it's true. Except for this one class I had. I think I told this story. It was like my very first day of college. And it was a math class. And this professor, like this math class, for some reason, was like super long. It was like more credit hours than the rest of the classes I had. But so like, I don't remember what exactly the time period was. I want to say it was like an hour and 45 minutes for that class period. But so like the first hour goes by, and like he's cranking the professor's going. It's the first day, and he's like teaching and teaching and teaching. And we get through the first hour, and like we're barely hanging on. Like some of us are cranking out notes, and nobody's really like fully understanding it, but we're hanging together. And then like the professor finally finishes like that first hour, the first section of stuff, and then immediately gets on into the next section, and this guy just like shakes his head and leaves. He throws down his notebook, he like shakes his head, he's like, no. And then he just leaves, and he never came back. So in contrast, when you don't go easy in the first couple days, yup. Some people are not about it. Super Size Me is getting backlash. He's an alcoholic in health, probably, and the doc was a result of the alcohol. Yeah, exactly. Make it easy every day as long as you eat less than you work often. You exercise, you're okay. Don't do it unless you're Chan Johnson. Kind of. Calories wise, health, like weight wise, maybe. I'm sure there's still stuff like cholesterol and sodium you have to keep track of, but I don't think that's something that would happen in a month the way that he showed on the show. But I think that's the case of anything. Like, the only thing that I can eat for breakfast is Belvita breakfast biscuits. Does your wife know you're doing virtual chores? Shh. So she doesn't make me do real ones. Actually, Power Wash Simulator was the first gift I ever got her. College classes are more than 1.5 hours. They can be. Most of mine were like an hour 15, I think. And if you have a 3-day schedule, we had a 2-day schedule. So like Monday, Wednesday classes and Tuesday, Thursday classes. So if you have a 2-day schedule, there's like an hour 15. If you have a 3-day schedule, it can be more like 50 minutes, 45 minutes. Yo, those are my college breakfasts. I have one this semester, Dan. They call them turbos. Yeah, Belvita's like the only thing I can eat, but I feel like after a few years, I'm going to be like 5% Velveeta, so I don't think that's good. It's like too much a good thing, you know? I think Belvita in general is like okay compared to a lot of other things you could eat. But I feel like your body becomes Belvita eventually. 3 hours a week, so they're either 1 hour Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or 1.5 hours Thursday, Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah. Valvita, Belvita. Prof ended early every time. College is also where you learn that R stands for Thursday. I was looking at my Google Calendar yesterday, and it started tweaking, and it said Monday was my, M-Y, and Thursday was collect. So I don't know if I got hacked. I'm cooked. Yeah, college sucks, bro. Ugh. I have a friend who's like going through it right now. He's in optometry school. My sister started optometry school this week. But he's going through it. And like, man, I can't imagine going back for more school after you finish school. College is better than high school by a lot. Like content of classes or like life experience. Made me confused later when ramen got trendy. It was like, how is ramen $20? Yup. Whereas my old boss would say, ramen noodles. It's funny how different, like genuinely, 50 minutes, a 50-minute class in high school was torture. That stuff dragged. And now, like, if I teach, now I can understand how teachers do it because, like, after doing tutoring, it's like an hour of tutoring goes by pretty quickly. An hour of work goes by pretty quickly. An hour 15, hour 45, hour 30 of a college class, disgusting. The worst. So I don't know. I think if I went back and had to sit through courses again, I think it would still be miserable. I don't think it's an age thing. probably. But what do you guys think? Everybody loves Rayman. Rayman 3? Mutant Mayhem? What's it called? It's a fun game. I had to do some core classes first. Fell asleep in my 54-minute U.S. history class every day sophomore year. Same, actually, so I had my friends slap me when I fell asleep. New York Times games go crazy when the boredom hits. True. Dude, online classes were so much better for me. I know a lot of people didn't like them, but I might not have graduated if not for online classes. And I only got them like the last year or two of college. Your teacher would shake your desk. If they're engaging, but if they just yap the whole time, it's brutal. Yeah. I just didn't like when there were like discussions. I didn't want to be involved. Just let me like listen to them yap, actually. That was my preference. At least in like high school. Not so much by the time I got to college, but in high school I had a really good attention span. And I think it was an ADHD hyper, what's it called? Hyper focus state that would kind of activate. So for some reason I could pay attention really well in high school, but not in college. Hyper focus state, yip yip. Had a speech impediment that made him say like every sentence. And once I noticed, it was cursed. Yeah, at that point, you just have to play a game and count it out. Online classes equals YouTube Shorts and your Zoom meeting. Yep. Maybe that's why this generation attention span is cooked. A lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Probably all true. Tried that, but gave up after like 400 in a 20-minute span. You counted to 400. Did you do it by yourself, or did you have a whole group for it? Roughly, that's crazy. Me and one friend? Dang. Yeah, it'd be like that. But yeah, like English classes I hated because I had to like answer questions. Expect to respond to stuff, and I'm like, yo, if I'm trying to respond to something, I am not listening to what you're saying. So pick one or the other. I choose being able to listen. Because if I have to stress about what I'm going to say in response, I am not listening to the content of your lecture. It's kind of like opposite the point of why they do it. I'm so cooked on making new acquaintances in college. I don't like new people. Some people can really carry like orientation week. Like if you meet a decent group in orientation week, then you're set. That could be one way to do it. I just had an issue where like the people I met in orientation week were cool, but they were like from my major, and I don't know. There was something about it, like after first semester or two, where I like stopped showing up to class, and then it felt weird to like hang with them, kind of thing. But that's a me problem. So, like, Orientation can be really good for that. I would just say do the activities in orientation where everybody's in the same boat. That makes it a lot easier. Orientation and then study groups. It's just like try to get yourself invited to study groups. You don't even have to study. Just show up and hang out with people for the most part. But then, you know, studying helps too. If you do those two things, you'll be fine. I met one person, which led to like 10, also true. Sometimes like local people come in with their own friend group already. How else did I meet people in college? Activities. Some of the orgs you join. It's like here when I met people on Twitch, meeting people on Twitch was the first time I met people with like similar interests with me, to me, at that level. You can get a little bit of that from like college orgs, at least. My college was weird because it was a tech school. So people were already filtered a little bit versus like a bigger school or even like a community college or something. You have a little bit more diversity, I think, in types of personalities. Don't know where you're going yet. That's fine. Some things stay the same no matter where you go. But yeah, literally, like, all you have to do is put social energy forward in the first, like, 2 weeks. And then after that, you'll be fine. You think you're gonna, like, have a random roommate, Dan? Or wherever you end up going, do you think you'll know people? If I play baseball, then I got a group. But if I don't, I'm gonna be a shut-in. I don't think so. I think you'll be fine. Baseball would help, though. You can always join, like, recreational sports. Sometimes you can meet people through there. Sometimes if, like, you have, like, one of those teams where you and, like, 2 other people join, like, 2 or 3 other people from another group, then all of a sudden you got a sports team and you meet people from the league. That can help. If I go to UMass or UConn, I'll know people, but if I go play ball somewhere at a D3 school, I'll be cooked. Oh, that's fine. You'll be close with teammates anyway. Even if you do go there. That's a win-win. Making me think of the dreaded icebreakers I have to endure in 2 weeks. Can't find an opponent. I'm at 993. What is this? You're the highest rated player. Congratulations. What's top 50 looking like? It was what, like 10-10 last week or something? Oh, that Sun Lounger's done. So was that one. We're looking for lower deck. 10-15. Okay. I just hate how when it's that low, then like everybody's below you, and you end up not getting that many points for each game. But yeah, definitely within reach. Let's see if I can soap this. Am I going to slide down here? Pitcher to hitter imbalance? How so? Not too many good pitchers out? No, that's Glass over there. Not enough good pitchers to fill a rotation without wild card, and bullpens are beyond mid. Oof. So are people like using Randy Johnson as wild card? Or do you have like multiple wild cards by this point? Or is that next season? Alright, this multi-purpose cleaner was a dub, I think. Just didn't get the parts where I had started. Where I was actually wanting to use it. Got infinite 99 hitters. Don't know how to use them all. 4 wild cards available. Oh, already. Cool. So what's your setup like then? Is it 4 wild card pitchers? Are there enough good pitchers from previous seasons to justify using them that way? At least 1 bullpen and usually starting pitchers at this rank. Gotcha. That makes sense. Maybe they'll swap it for next season. Are you going to have to re-unlock wildcard spots next season? Or do you start with 4 then? They'll run Jimmy Rollins in center field because somehow he plays it. Was he the captain or was that the previous year? Don't know fully yet. Gotcha. Yo, that the card art with the action figure boxes are insane. Like the concept of that is like possibly the biggest brain thing I've ever seen in my life. Next season starts right with school, so I'll take a break. Ready for Shell this year. Okay. Have they made announcements of what's coming to Shell? What is it, August? And season starts in what, like October or something? Probably got some info starting. Not much, Pain. Trying to think of like what time I might have available to like put towards 2K or something like that. But they'd have to refresh a lot of things. I don't think that will be the move. Every like 3 or 4 years I get an itch to play 2K. I still can't believe I didn't buy MLB this year. 2K announced a lot today. Ooh. Anything interesting? Are there like videos they posted that are worth watching? It's just like, I don't know what is going to be new and interesting for Ultimate Team modes, as we've discussed. It's a video on their account. Okay. You can play Park with my team, guys. They have new comp modes, new offline modes. New offline modes might be interesting. Might try it on PC. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of hackers, but you know, why not? Auction house is back, of course. People would have rioted. I liked playing offline. Offline on my team. It was a good time. Then I would go online and like I would have a little bit of fun, but not a lot of fun. And then I would have fun playing like online with my player. But it was just like so hard to find matches. Like you have to sit in line for a long time, and I think they fixed that the last couple of years. But I just haven't played the last couple of years. But that was always a pain for me, is like getting the squad together, and there was like all these errors trying to get your team onto a team. And then once you did, you have to wait for another squad. If you're in the park, nobody wants to play with you. Just a mess. And then to top it off, anytime I put money into a game, I quit immediately afterwards. So I'd be like, okay, I've put enough time into this game. Let me like build a new character, put some money in to buy VC. And then I quit. Playing off-ball guys was no fun. When I got good matchups, it's definitely fun, for sure. There was that mode, Clutch Time. I liked playing Clutch Time. I don't know if it's still in the game. They like released it in the middle of the year, one of those years. It was just like 5-minute rapid games or something like that. I feel like the reward structure was a little strange, but I don't remember exactly how it worked. Still do? Okay. Who knows? Maybe it'll be a 2K year. That could be fun. That was also a year where like we had maybe 6 or 7 people that were playing it in the Discord, and so we would be able to like play some fives from time to time, with numbers leading the way. AKA L2 himself. I think we played a couple times, right, Kyle? Or was that a while? Was that like the previous 2K game? Like in 2019? Dang it. Alright, 75%. Don't know if you're going to get 2K. Did you get 2K last year? Yeah, we'll see. As much as like I don't necessarily want to do another sports game versus like a fresh RPG or something like that, I still haven't played like Spider-Man and some of these other games. It just goes back to like end up having some comfort in it. It's like, okay, I know I'm going to load up, I'm going to do these few things, get some reps in, have some fun, and then that's it. There's something about RPGs where it's like, I don't know, I'm like not ready for something new that day. I don't know. Those fad games can be fun. Also true. I feel like I've been so out of the loop, I don't even know what the fads are anymore. So sad. The VC glitch in 2K20. Oh my god. You couldn't even play with people because they'd log on and they'd be like, nah, I'm just on to like do the glitch. Like, I'm not actually playing right now. A couple months of Among Us, true. Fall Guys was an elite time on this channel. How do I switch it? There we go. Glass. Oh, we don't have any glass cleaner. Never mind. The 2K rec group from 22. Yup. There hasn't been a big one since Fall Guys? Really? I feel like there's been like 3 Among Us knockoffs since then. I think another one like just came out. Somebody was just talking about it. But it's like, it's more hyper realistic. They just keep getting more realistic versions of Among Us. I like randomly going on Twitch and seeing Queso playing the most random game you've ever heard of in your life. There have been knockoffs, but no, everybody is playing this as a group for sure. Did that come out during COVID time? I don't think so, right? It was well after COVID. Among Us. I'm trying to think of if it was like a COVID fad. That 60 seconds game. Is that the one where you like climb a bunch of stuff? Everybody's playing NCAA but individually. True. Among Us was the COVID game? Okay, that makes sense. COVID brought gaming to like a new peak. And then everybody's just like missing the nostalgia of COVID gaming and also like couch gaming 20 years ago. Got so big AOC played it and it was a big deal. Isn't AOC like a huge League gamer though? I'm pretty sure she is. Like, since she was younger. I remember her making a comment about somebody hinting. They also started the Knives Out sequel with Among Us for a minute. There's another Knives Out movie coming out soon, right? I'm also behind on movies. Me and my family were watching a movie like once a week together, and then we all got super busy. And then we kind of stopped. I think it was because of my wedding. Maybe we'll get back to that. Yo, what's up, Rai? How you doing, dude? You going back to school soon? Were you back in school? The detective guy was playing Among Us with a bunch of genius celebs. Pretty much. Don't go back till late September? Well, how's that possible? When does the school year end then? Imagine doing stuff during the summer. Imagine having a summer. West Coast Tings. That was cool. Second week of June. Ah, okay. That makes sense. I think everybody else gets out like first week of May. Do you have friends from other schools that like you can't hang out with because either you or them are still in school? Oh, that sucks. Well, that's maybe nice to like get to do vacations when there's less like vacation traffic going on. So everybody's trying to get their last bit of vacations in during August. And you guys are still chilling. Most of your friends in state. Oh, so even other schools nearby are not doing that. Excuse me, not doing that. Very interesting. Do they give a reason for that? Oh. I was looking around like, where's the big chunk of stuff I haven't done yet? And it was right when you walk in the door. So no, super strange. I know some schools with like the quarter system and all that do some funky start dates. Quarter system might have been nice. Like I was saying, I liked having the shorter summer classes. Even though it was like longer days, they were like 2-hour lectures. But something about it being like all together, squished in together was a little bit better for me. We're on quarters, 3 terms plus summer classes. Okay, yep. That makes sense then. Did you have to do any summer classes? We had weird summer schedules too. It was like they're like staggered, and then some of them are overlapping. And then if you had like 2 summer classes that weren't on the same schedule, it was a pain. No, that's good. I think I did summer classes like most years. Mostly because I had to, because I was like dropping out of classes. Somehow I'm still alive. And somehow I'm still taking exams. Thankfully not having to go to class anymore, though. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Not going to class, but I still have to do some like training courses. But I don't think those are as bad as being in class. I wanted to, but my parents didn't want me to. Wait, you're still in school? Never mind. No, I started a new job a few months ago. I actually had an exam today, though. It was just like a industry certification. But yeah, thank God not in college courses anymore. Why didn't your parents want you to? And why did you want to? It's funny because, like, my parents were very big on me, like, you know, trying really hard in school. But then there were times where, like, I tried to try, and they're like, no, why are you trying so hard? It was very mixed messages sometimes. And sometimes I would like convince my parents on something like I didn't want to take like AP English one year, and then I got my mom on board, but then my like counselor convinced me to take it anyway, and then that class like drove me crazy. Summer classes are almost expensive as a few weeks of online. Gotcha. As regular classes for a few weeks of online. Saw a great tweet just now. Baseball is one team that wins the World Series and 29 teams with fans who think they would have if the bullpen didn't suck. True. And most of the time, the team that wins, their bullpen sucked during the regular season anyway. Why you take English, AP English? It's bad. Yeah. One of life's greatest regrets. Not taking regular English. I did take regular English my senior year. And that was amazing. I think for one of the one of the papers I turned in that year, I just literally turned in a paper I did the year before. Hate English in general, y'all. And they should have added the White Sox. Yeah. Yeah. Ain't no way this is 12% left. It's all this stuff. Once I get that all done, it'll be 92%. I mean, 98%. Still have one more composition writing class next term. Pain. I saved all mine for like the last 2 semesters, and it almost ruined me. Because as much as I hated the engineering classes, I still hated those freaking classes just as much. My worst subject was English. Yeah. It's funny though, by the end of college, I think I was a better writer than I was like engineer. For whatever reason, like the logic of writing never like made sense to me when I was younger. But somehow like doing engineering stuff in college made me understand writing. So that was interesting. Also, funny enough, all the skills that I didn't have between my old job and my new job are all things I learned by having a long distance relationship. Between meetings and having questions to ask and written down in between conversations, to keeping track of event planning items, very helpful for my new job. Do people have to write papers for jobs? Depends on your job. If you're a lawyer, yes. If you're... Who else has to write papers? A lot of it's mostly like presentations when you're doing business type stuff. I think if you're doing research, you have to write a lot of papers. Engineering wise, not really. Hopefully if I come unaffected by start of school, addicted to CFB25. You meet and make a dynasty? Is it like chat franchise IRL? Well, still in the video game, but you do it IRL? Together? Probably buy PS Plus again. It took 1.5 years of gaming. I was just thinking the last couple of days, I haven't played my PlayStation in like 3 months. And my renewal for PS Plus was in like February. And I don't think I've used it like since then. You can have mine. It's like 100 for basic. Yeah, I think that's about right. It's like 80 something, I want to say. I think basic's like 80 something. 87 is the first number that came to my head. No, they jacked it up for sure. They increased the base price. I would literally transfer you my months of PS Plus. I have like 6 unused months at this point. Because I would buy them at like Black Friday, and you could stack them up. So I got like a bunch of them for cheap, and then they were just sitting there, minding their own business. $80 right now, yup. Premium's $160, yup. There's one in between, right? Like extra. I think extra, it used to be a decent value, but now it might be like not worth it either. $135. What happened to the game I love? Yeah. Extra used to be $120. That was still double the price of basic. That's interesting. I do think it was good value. You got a lot out of it. If you were playing a lot of games. Premium had some like random things where you could like do some cloud gaming stuff. I don't remember if they had like better games than extra, but I don't think it did. It was like some older games and like all this other stuff. Good thing I canceled it. Premium has retro games. Don't all games just require regular? Yes. The extra and plus was just like the actual games. Like you got extra games like Game Pass basically. And the higher the tier, you got some more like retro games and like cloud gaming stuff. So it really doesn't affect your like online play or anything like that. Regular used to have decent games for free. Also true. Like the monthly ones, I like lived off those games for like 5 years. Monthly ones were really good for a little while. That was mostly when like I hadn't played a lot of games other than MLB The Show. So there were a lot of games I just hadn't played. So that helped. Once I did start catching up on like popular games, then it wasn't as much. Monthly games are still solid. Okay. I guess I haven't really been seeing them too much. NHL was free. Among Us was free. I think PlayStation Fall Guys was free too. Lego Star Wars this month. Okay. Yeah, see, I've caught up now on like the popular games. So even when there's like good stuff coming out, that's just me personally, and I've already had the game for a while. Whereas before, like early PS4 days, I got the PS4 late, so I missed a lot of like the big games coming out at the time. So games like God of War, I had never played before. And I guess it's the same quality games that are out now. It's just I've bought them already. All right, we're at 98%. There is some play pool wall here. Go all the way around. They're on Black Ops 6. Someone else was mentioning that. I think Dan was saying that. They are still farming. COD gotta hang up the cleats. Who's taking over? COD's not giving it up for free. Marvel Rivals, I think, just came out. That's more of a Overwatch clone type of game. That's still my go-to. When I log on, I'm thinking about Overwatch. I gotta get these trees. Valorant is on console. Back 2000, let's go. Yeah, Kyle's a Valorant console demon, apparently. I would ask why, but no, Kyle does it for the thrill of the game. Thrill of the victory, I should say. I just don't feel like bringing the ladder all the way around. Because it's kind of annoying. Think I can reach that over there? Nah. No, I can climb right up. Okay. Or can I? New dorm? Yup. So you got like the whole apartment situation going on, right? The kitchen and everything. I remember thinking that like university housing was so expensive, not knowing how much rent actually cost. Well, I kind of did. I had apartments, but I had roommates, so the apartments didn't feel as painful to pay for rent. And now, pain. All right. I don't know if I got the bottom of that trunk. Let me just check. Can I put this down somewhere, please? I went to a local college. Yeah, it was kind of nearby. But, I mean, I'm close to downtown, so. Or are you talking to Kyle? Infinity pool step. Which wall? That wall? This wall? Didn't know if you commuted. Yeah, I lived near campus. On campus for the first year and then near campus. I'm going to be moving soon in the next year, but I was thinking about going back downtown, but I don't think that's going to be the move. Most likely to some other suburbs. I go bring the freaking ladder again. At the fraternity this year? Nice. Hopefully an apartment or house. You don't think you'd want to stay at the frat after that? Is that what a lot of the group does? I thought if you're in the fraternity, usually it's a lot easier to just stay there. Like one of the biggest advantages. Most stay 1 to 2 years. Interesting. I did not know that. I think that tree's done. No, there's something there. The trunk. What am I looking at? There we go. Or Zero, the fraternity is located in the neighborhood where all the houses are. Gotcha. Food situation. I think at our frats they had like private chefs. What are you expecting from your food situation? Don't know. I think they provide lunch and dinner Monday to Friday. That's pretty good. Whoa, wait. Private chefs? We're talking about the frats on our campus. Rai was talking about what might swing his vote on depending on where he wants to live. I was saying they had, well, private chefs, like they were private. I don't know how good they were. I don't think they were gourmet chefs or anything like that, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the frats had their own chefs in the house that they paid for. Who knows if they were good, though? That's the real question. Definitely not gourmet. It's like cafe style. That's pretty cool, but all the bullying frats, that's okay. I think Rai gets ahead of it by being the bully. And then he doesn't have to worry about it. I think that's the easiest way to go about it. Gourmet, as I say. What? Nothing. I wasn't slandering your name. Don't worry about it. 99%. Where are you, 1%ers? I'm coming for you. I'm about to share the wealth so hard. There we go. Please let me run with the ladder. One more tree. Are you power washing the palm tree? Apparently there's like mold or something going on the top of this. I don't know how you get mold on your trees. Kind of lame, I think. Lower deck needs a little bit. Spa something. Can't take my eyes off it. There's the railing. You got a lower deck. Palm base. Gotta power wash your trees, you know? Life, boy. Oh, something else. Telescope pole. Thought I got that earlier. Telescope. Alright, another life boy over there. Name a random D1 college. University of Illinois, Champaign. Dang it, that's your next. did this to yourself. Sunshade poles and window columns. Okay, window columns are easy at least. Watch me stand here for the next 30 minutes trying to get a window column. And a sunshade pole. There's no Ivy Leagues, really? Are they too posh? They don't want you to thrive in a video game? Here we go, friends. Summer 2024 cruise ship is complete. Wowee. Look at us go. We didn't. Ask silly EA. Is that it? Details, messages. Hired a magician called the Great Ted Cheese, but he disappeared. Yo, I started a new project today, and it's called, the building is called Mexican Wellness Cheese Center. Something like that. It's called Wellness Cheese. And now I feel like I need to go to figure out what wellness cheese is. Just booked a family cruise in February. Ooh, where are you going? The Yadier Molina water bottle. It's over there. It's in my room right now. I usually keep this water bottle at work. But I started bringing it back so I could drink it in the car. Cayman and Cozumel. Mom wants to see chicken pizza. No. I was going to say that's what my wife got me for dinner today. But that's what I also call Chichen Itza. What do I do tomorrow? I have nothing planned right now. Probably vibe. Since you got to go to school in 7 days. Hashtag beat Michigan. Great state of Illinois. Yep. I've been there before, but she's got a thing for pyramids. That should be cool. So is it like how long is the cruise then? Is it one that's like it's taking you from like East Coast all the way down there, like in over the course of like 3 days on the boat, and you stay there and then like 3 days back or something? I like the idea of doing one that's like a 1 day at a time, kind of stop for a little bit, for like half the day, then you get back on for the night. That sounds like a lot of fun to me. My plans for Thanksgiving, wedding number 2. It be FN. You're not invited though. Sorry, buddy. Only people who want to participate in a potluck are invited. Most port stops are 1 day. If you bring mac and cheese, you're invited. I'll bring calzones. Miami cruise, 1 day Cozumel, 1 day Cayman, 2 days cruising. Nice. That sounds pretty fun. I'll bring the cheese fresh from Wisconsin. I think the bride already claimed it. I like the potluck rule. So you're in the point in life where all your buds are getting married. I went on Facebook for the first time in a while, and like every other post is somebody I went to high school with getting married, like this summer, including me. I'm excited for that eventually, in due time. Yes, sir. Potluck sounds like a good time. You're a statistic. Everybody grouped up on age 28. Thank you. Interesting, says Dan. Interesting. This is probably, I feel like this has to be, I want to say it's the most number of people that I've seen from my graduating class, like getting married at once, but maybe that is also like going to be the case every year where it's just more and more until like we're 35 maybe. No, maybe like 32. Maybe it peaks around 30. What's the cake flavor? Cake flavor is cake. Pie flavor. It's fake until it's streamed to Discord. I will be streaming this one in Discord. Post it on your social media. I posted it in Discord. I don't know. I don't think I posted on Twitter, to be honest. Friend froze one of his bottles of Dom instead of the cake for saving for his anniversary. Insta? Maybe. I might have retweeted or reposted or something. Oh, on TikTok. On TikTok, I reposted It Be FN's post. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name. It Be. Dude who has a personal Instagram? No. Did you try to sell that you wanted the fancy wedding meal to be a calzone? I don't think I did, but did we have calzones? Dude, I didn't get to eat my own wedding food, which like everybody said that usually you don't get to. But we had made plans to like make it happen, and then the venue like couldn't read. So big sad. But I heard the food was like really good. Maybe we'll try to get calzones for the next one. I heard the food was great at my wedding. I just don't know. I got like 3 bites. Food was amazing. Mouth watering. Should have saved me some. Let me down. That's crazy. Any chicken tenders at the wedding? Can confirm. Anybody know if there was chicken tenders at the wedding? Kyle says YouTube 2W. Hi, Kyle. Let me know which one's better. I think the quality on YouTube's better because you can get up to like 1440p. But apparently the mic sounds better on Twitch because the bitrate's higher here. For audio specifically. No chicken tenders, rip. There will be spicy chicken tenders at the next one, though. Chicken pakoras, to be exact. When I was best man in charge of guarding the room, the bride and groom hung out in there where they mostly ate before they were introduced to the couple because no time to eat after that. That was our plan pretty much. But basically, it was a whole thing. They served the food like an hour early, and that like cascaded our wedding program into like a way that we didn't want to have to do it. And basically the thing that got squeezed out was our mealtime. And then basically what happened was I told the venue guy, hey, can you bring the food over to this area where we're sitting? And he's like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I told him exactly where in the building we were sitting, but he couldn't find us for like 10 minutes. And then he finally found us. And I was like, yo, we don't have time to eat all this, which we're aware of, which is fine. But can you pack it up? Can you pack it up and can you put it in this specific room, which was basically the bride's room, but it was like not the main bride's room, but it was closer to the hall anyway. It was gonna be easiest for her to get there. And then when we went in afterwards for our like 10 minutes to try to eat, there's no food in that room. So pretty rough. Would probably take me out. If there weren't dino nuggies, I'm glad I wasn't there. This is why I'm not excited to get married. Too many logistics problems, and we had to like deal with it ourselves because the venue and the event planner were beefing. So me and my wife were just like 90% of the time, well, 50% of the time was just smiling really hard for the cameras, and the other 50% of the time was trying to keep the program going. I'll personally hand you food this time. Thank you. My hands will probably be dirty, so can you feed me directly? I'd really appreciate that. Is it a big wedding? That one had 240 people. Somewhere around there. That's big, right? From what I hear, it's pretty big. The next event is going to be about 500. That's why you get a wedding coordinator. We had a wedding coordinator, but he was beefing with the venue. No wonder the food gone, right? The wedding coordinator, basically, like everything in the first like couple hours went not according to plan. And we worked with him to try to get it straight. But it was so funny because like the one thing he got hung up on was like the smoke machine, which was only supposed to happen for like 20 seconds, which is what happened. But then he got really flustered about it. And like it looked fine. Everybody thought it looked fine. We all thought it looked fine. But then he went on for like 5 minutes about how the smoke machine didn't end up the way he wanted it to. And I was like, dude, nobody cares. It looked fine. 500? That's half my school. Just saw the Discord clip and you actually got the Dude Food song that's fire right. Shout out to my wife for letting me play Nightlight in the background. I asked her for a sub when I got to the stage. Coordinator was absolutely clutch. That ain't good if your wedding coordinator is beefing. Exactly. We thought he was going to be able to solve the problems. I'm glad it worked for you, though. That's good. We like that. It was a good time. All the most important things happened perfectly. So that's what I told people. Is as much as like we had to try to solve problems most of the night, like all the really, really nice parts and most important parts happened perfectly. At Mrs. Dude Food. Does she have a Twitch account named Mrs. Dude Food? That's the real question. I told her we should make her an account that's called Foodette. But she said it sounds too much like Toadette. Like Toad and Toadette from Mario. What should we get as a wedding gift? Have you heard of Twitch Prime? Don't forget the underscore. I should have hit up the coordinator and bribed him to throw up the Galvis emote screen. Oh my god. Thank God you weren't there. Your wife is right. What should be her name then? Mrs. Food? Dudette Food? Dude Foodette? Mrs. Food is crazy. Lady Food? The Wombat Foodie. That would be her first choice, I think. It's an inside joke from one of the wedding speeches. You guys wouldn't get it. She goes to another school. Should I play another video game? I don't have any other games to play, unfortunately. I'm going to start up another game in the background. Another whoosh. Bonus jobs. Muckingham Files Part 4. Have this one. I know I did this one. Did I? Satellite Dish I definitely did. Maybe I didn't do this one. Alright, we'll start it. Dude Food's better half could be Fortnite Farm Sim. Join the Val phase. Play this one. I'm just gonna start this one. Join the Val phase. I've played Val like twice. Going into it, I had no interest in Valorant. I decided to play it and give it a shot, and it was exactly what I thought it would be. Therefore, I will not be playing. Her name will be April Food. Can be April Food. People will think it sounds like April Fool, and that's why, but it's really April O'Neil. Will you be the April O'Neil to my Ninja Turtle? Apex return? If they still had, what was that game mode called? Arenas? I would consider it. Do they have anything going on in, oh, they have those, like, mini games and stuff. I don't find those to be as interesting as, they're, like, good, like, arcade modes. But I don't find them to be as interesting as, Arenas was. I'll cook you in Valenfort. Probably. My mouse skills are not very good. Wait, that's gone? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. They just have like a playlist, an infinite playlist of like mini modes going on now. April Foods. Wish the Royals would lose some games catching up. Very annoying, yeah. Let's play Trio Fortnite. Let's play this weekend. I'm down for this weekend. What's that sequel game you like? Dishonored 2? Deus Ex? Fortnite stream? I don't know if I'll stream Fortnite. So I still don't like Battle Royales. That's the only reason I don't want to play Apex. Well, Apex also, like, again, mouse and keyboard skills are just not there. I'm still learning. The FPS one was Deus Ex, probably. The one with, like, the dude with the mechanical body. I don't have a TMNT skin, so I can't join. Did I sell my PlayStation? No, I still have it. I just decided to commit to mouse and keyboard. Was it a mistake? Maybe. Although I have the fancy keyboard coming in soon, so that'll be fun. Even I have one. So the base game was free, but everything was really in the expansion pack. Maybe not Deus Ex then. It was a sequel game, you said? Oh, was it Destiny 2? Yeah. I'll probably still play some Destiny. I was playing that with Chippy and a couple other guys. I saw Chippy was on Borderlands the other day, so I was going to hit him up this weekend too to see if he's still playing that. But I probably won't get that main expansion, like the newest expansion, anytime soon for Destiny. So I'm not like grinding it or anything. But it's a fun game. It's a fun game to play with people. Okay, I might be brain rotted. You have a Mr. Beast skin, but no Ninja Turtle? Ever play the Horizon games? I have played Horizon 1. I think I actually streamed it like right before Horizon 2 came out. But I don't think I ever got Horizon 2. Or maybe my brother did. There was a game that my brother... Oh, yeah. He got Horizon 2 on my PlayStation because he doesn't have a PlayStation 5. So he played it on my PlayStation 5. So he had played Horizon 1 on his PlayStation. So I have that sitting around. And I haven't played it. That would probably be the next game that I would play if I was going to go back and use the old PlayStation. So good, do it. Maybe I should stream that too. Doesn't that game have so much dialogue? Probably. Brother said he couldn't get into it from that. I know Ghost of Tsushima, I think, was kind of like that too. My brother's gripe with Tsushima is that like the fighting is all like a bunch of dudes standing around in a circle waiting to take their turn to fight you, which I didn't really think about while I was playing it, but probably valid. Star Wars cutscenes weren't skippable, so I quit. I think me too, Dan. I was really hype. I don't remember if you guys remember, but I was really excited for Lego Star Wars, and I didn't get anywhere close to finishing it. That's the way it works in the movies. Imagine if it did, though. So many story games I should play. It's so much easier to load up rank. That's what I was explaining earlier too, that it's like I don't want to play more sports games, but sometimes there's a familiarity to it where it's like so much easier to just turn it on than to turn on an RPG. If you like free roam, but the levels, if you like levels, then it's bad. Interesting. What about taking turns for the game to fight the hero? Oh, the way it works in movies. Gotcha. I thought you were talking about cutscenes, which also would have been valid, though. Too much dialogue. So many story games. Yeah, but it's a kid's game. True. Sometimes I'll start playing a game and I'll be like, wait a minute, this game is meant for kids. Why am I playing it? That happened a couple times with like games I played on PlayStation Plus. Xenogears for old PS. The first games I remember hearing that cutscene complain about. Please play kid games. You don't like Power Wash Simulator? Someone asked me earlier, does your wife know you're playing chores on video games? I was like, as long as you don't tell my parents, because they literally bought me a power washer when they found out. Kids game. God of War, Doom, Uncharted are high on my list. Did they really? Yes. I swear. They literally did. Very gameplay and then 30 minutes of cutscene break. You can make a bank power washing people's driveways. Also valid. Have you tried it? Have you ever done the power washing? Yeah, I've done it a couple times. I don't know if our power washer is just like low power, because it was decently rated, but it was like very much an entry level power washer, and I was trying to do like basically clean, what was it, 20 years worth of grime off a patio, and I don't think it was quite built for something like that, and so it was kind of a daunting task. Played Fall Guys last night for like 4 hours. Oh, weren't you like insane at Fall Guys? Or was that Switch? What's his name? Switch? Dude, I forget like people's usernames now. W for trying though. We had some fun Fall Guys streams for a while. Yeah, like 35 wins, dang. I was not good at that game. At the very least, I was not clutch at that game. Dude Food nostalgia hits different. Nothing like 5 p.m. though. Nothing like 5 p.m. nostalgia. There you go. This was fun though. This was a good stream. It was a lot of fun. Oh god, it's 9:54. I'm old now. Remember when I used to stream till freaking 2 a.m.? Now I have to go to bed at 10 o'clock. I don't even need to ask chat if I'm old at that point. TikTok ever hit you with a, hey, you posted this video 3 years ago? We switched schedules? True. Kyle used to be up at 7 a.m. every day during summer grinding. My days at work, recently watching those John Boy videos of the staff doing stat drafts for positional X. Positional at X stat. Okay. That made me think of the draft videos. I don't know, was it TikToks? Where people are like drafting like foods. Those dudes are like draft foods or like movies or something like that. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, Shelfie works for them now. Let's play squad sometime. On Fall Guys? Ooh. Get some dubs, boys. Were you asking why I have to wake up early, Dan? It's for work. Am I winning? I think so. I'm only at 12% though. So not winning as hard as I would like to be winning. Gotta do all that. Certainly not tonight. Winning ya. Looking very good, very nice. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. All the new maps humbled me last night. Are there new modes too? Or just new maps of the same modes? You know, alarm clock, does your roommate care if it goes off? If I'm your roommate, then yes. Some roommates, no. You're better at Power Wash Simulator than White Sox are at baseball. I think you could say that about anything, about anyone with anything. And Power Wash Simulator isn't your job. Maybe it could be, though. Maybe I'll play Power Wash Simulator during office hours. Get paid for it. Maybe we'll use it as a training exercise. Team building. Double paid. Might get chippy. I don't think my, like, me and my, like, we had a roommate, me and one roommate had to share a room for a year. And I don't think it was ever, like, too bad, although I know I did sleep through alarms for sure, but I think he usually woke up earlier anyway. But I had one roommate in the previous apartment who we didn't share rooms. Like, we were in separate rooms, but I would hear his alarm go off, like, from his bedroom and couldn't go back to sleep. And he wouldn't hear it next to his head. White Sox were on the grid today. Like the, what was that game called? Immaculate Grid, yeah. What were the other categories? That was an elite time too, when like Immaculate Grid had just followed Wardle, Those were good times. Never been an alarm sleeper, just wake up when I feel it's time. That's bold if you do that during school days. Love doing the grid every morning. That was good times. There was like, when the grid first came out, I think it was like, oh, I had quit MLB. That's what it was. That's like when I first quit MLB. So I had like lost track of like who was on which team. So I felt like I could have been doing a lot better than I was. But I like couldn't remember players at that point. So I just wish I had played it like while I was really in the thick of baseball knowledge. You didn't match him with the Cubs / played catcher 1 game / pitched 1 game. Huh. When in doubt, type Edwin Jackson or Rich Hill. Valid. Strands? What's that? Needed something new? Yep. Makes plenty of sense. Only knew 2 Cubs / White Sox. I had to use one of them for Rockies. Didn't think too hard about it. Okay. Let me see. A Cub / White Sox. Nick Madrigal. Probably the easiest one. I don't think Eloy counts because I don't think he played in the majors for them. Strands is boring. It's like a word search through categories, but you can connect words in more ways than regular. Okay. That sounds cool. I always like go through a phase where I download a bunch of like brain games and I'll play them for 2 days and then I forget about them. Word search with a theme. Okay. Is there anything I can like finish off? Not really. Let me just get the base of this and then I'm gonna go to sleep. Couldn't think of a catcher besides AJ and Grandal. Like any catcher at all. You haven't played Perfect Inning? Yeah, I haven't played Perfect Inning since before the wedding. I still get like notifications for it on my phone and I haven't clicked into it like in a few weeks. One with your mean Mercedes. Good, good, good. Like it. The Yerminator. In the Yerminator we trust. That was actually such a crazy time, too. Come on, water tank ring. There we go. Ring and rim. When Kyle Lewis won Rookie of the Year over Luis Robert and said Lewis was better, well, I'm sorry. Well, I appreciate the apology. I was probably pretty hype on the White Sox at that point, and probably all of my other predictions since then have been wrong, so I think we're even, I guess. Whatever happened to Kyle Lewis? I think he had like massive knee injuries and then like never got healthy again. You know the most accurate prediction? What was that? Eloy's washed. True. All right, save that. Can't believe I have to go to bed before 11 o'clock. So sad. What is life? I really hope I can get work from home in like the next month. That's the goal. Get some hybrid days, and then I can work from home on Wednesdays for now. Then I can stream after that. That sounds good to me. In the minors for the D-backs? Wow. Who are your Cubs, White Sox you know, and who do you think were the only two I could think of? What up, Z? He's still live. He just barely made it in time. How much later could you stay up if you got that? It's weird because I don't know. I feel like I would rather like go to bed at the same time and get another couple hours of sleep to recharge, but I can also do that on the weekends usually. So maybe I'll do that on another day. But I could probably stay up another hour and a half. But where it really saves me is like after work, because I get home at like 6:15, but I could be done with work at 4:30. So I'd save like 2 hours after work, basically. I could even like take a nap before stream if I wanted to. Agree. Good power wash, yeah. Yeehaw. My one pick was Nick Madrigal, Giovanni Soto. Were those the two ASG? Were those your two? Those are the first two that come to mind for me. There's probably a couple pitchers I could think of. Was it Six Flags for 9 hours today? Nice. Did you go with friends? Sammy Sosa and Juan Pierre. Okay. When we did a fantasy league, I was just thinking about that the other day. Then I got to learn everybody's government names. One with your cousin? Even better. 12 a.m. to 11:30 nighttime sleep, nap from 5 to 7 or 8 p.m. Join your fantasy league next year. Baseball? Got to drop some people for being inactive. It's going to be me, though. I'm going to be inactive. Me and Dan are going to be inactive. Dan is going to be the inactivist. That's his superhero name. They should have built in nap times in high school like there's in preschool. I had an exam today, Z, and I tried to sleep in my car. I like went out basically during lunchtime, tried to sleep in my car, woke myself up because I was like choking on air with like apnea problems. So every time I started to fall asleep, I would snore and wake myself up. So, long way to say I agree. There's such sweats. What are their ratings? Didn't realize you're still in school. I'm not. That's why you got to do good in school, so you don't have to take exams after school. Oh, in Fantasy League? Gotcha. Dan is fighting for a playoff spot. Pitch for the Rockies and Yankees. Obscure Rockies pitcher because somebody in my high school married him, so it was on my Facebook. Rockies and Yankees. I don't know. Third year of mine with Canadian MLB guys. Oh, there you go. You confuse me. I have to do exams for professional certifications. So I had an exam today. But if you do better in school, then you don't need to do that's not necessarily true. But the less likely it is you have to do certifications after school. His name is Matt Daly. You should not know him. Sounds like a pretty generic name. I probably went to high school with a Matt Daly. Looks so much older. Kind of like Kyle every time I go to your stream. Every time I go to Kyle's stream, he's got a little bit more facial hair. Looks just slightly older. Just a little bit. Don't be saying that. Kyle, do you have a beard, Dan? It's time to shave. He's got a little stubble going on. I missed that episode. They exaggerated? Well, before college, Kyle was just like always very clean shaven and very young looking. Now it's like, dang, he could be in high school. Maybe by next year he'll actually look like he's in college. I don't think I've seen old Kyle. Do you look like you're in college at least, though, Rai? Other than sideburns and a neck beard. Starburns? You don't? When I was 11, I fell in the street playing wiffle ball with my friends, so there's a little spot on my face. I'll never be able to grow facial hair. That's okay, me too. Right here. But that's the thing. If you grow it around it, it'll be okay. Actually, right here, right under my chin, and right here, there's like basically a bald spot. But with long enough facial hair, you can't tell. You got a baby face? I don't think I know what your face looks like. You never used a face cam, right? You have a nice beard? Thank you. You need to go full screen beard, dude food. I don't want you to be able to see, though. I'm, like, hiding at this point. I'm melting into my chair. Even if I go full screen, you can't see it. You can see it's like a touch lighter right there. And this part I've trimmed already, so you can't even tell. You didn't see my cringe face reveal vid? Maybe I did. I must have. The stream used chair, $1 million. Your cat named Milky? Trying to remember. I definitely don't remember what your face looks like. Is that $1 million Monopoly dollars hairs? Okay. Fair enough. Look on your YouTube? Okay. Should I stream it right now to the world? I won't do that. Some 5 billion view videos, huh? You have a face reveal video still up? Is that pre Freddie Galvis video? I think that was post baby Kyle voice though. He had some of those on there. It's pre Galvis. Wow. Because I feel like Galvis was a non face cam video, right? No way, dude food bringing up baby voice, Kyle. Oh, we're talking about baby face, people. I feel like baby voice was gonna happen. Your MLB 19 vid 5 years ago. Lunchtime league, you bring it back. Can you show chat? Oh god. Let's see. Ride Gaming TV. Just some Fortnite video. Huge variety pack opening. 99 overall pull. Couldn't be me. I never pulled a 99. Balloons Tower Defense. With a kid that looks like my brother. First Fortnite stream. With a face cam, so that can't be the face reveal. MLB 17. Doing stuff live stream. First live stream part 2. It's over 6 years ago. Oh my god. Over 5 years ago was MLB 19. Those were better times. I beat Kyle at MLB The Show. Alright, the MLB 19 video. These are all just Fortnite. None of these look like a face reveal to me. Alphabet Squad dude versus Kyle was legendary. No. We do not talk about this. Oh, hey, it's me. I just clicked on a random Rai video from MLB The Show 19. And then I'm in the comments section. Me and one other person. Oh, it's literally all just me. Hi, me. I was the only one chatting that day. Kids these days don't know Freddy. Your gaming setup one? Okay. The one that says we're back on YT. I gotta go to sleep. I'm already asleep. Okay. I watched it. Now Dan is out here making World Series new anime. Wait, Dan, did you hit World Series? Did you actually get there? GG's, dude. Nice job. All it took was a monitor. Okay, I might look at that after stream. For now, we're gonna go raid. I appreciate you guys. That was a fun stream. It's more fun when I don't play video games. I'm glad we could all make it. Need to buy my own. True. W stream, W fams. Looking forward to next week. Next week I should be here. What is next week? 28th? Yeah, I should be here next week. Appreciate you guys. Hope you had a good time. Shout out Dan for reminding me. I didn't play a single solo ranked game this year. Me neither. I'm gonna buy it after I finish college apps, aka next week. Do you have to wait for your teachers to send in their thing or no? Anyway, we're gonna go say hi to Saleka Baker for tonight. Yeah, next Wednesday it should be the move. Didn't buy the show either this year, says ASG. Spent $100 on the game. Oof. Just to play no solo ranked. Probably smart though. Yeah, hopefully we can get this work from home thing going soon. So one way or another, we can bring back some later streams, longer streams. I might be able to start earlier, start later, or start earlier, go later, or something. But we shall see. Got your money's worth. Nice. Say hi to Slick Baker. He's playing some Apex Legends. I haven't played that game in a minute, but you know, good times. Wait, no what? Next stream is my first day of school. Pain. But we'll try to ease the pain for you. Same for Dan. All right, so you guys have a great night. I will catch you next week.